Good afternoon, anybody. Dumaguete, Philippines. December 23rd, pre-Christmas Eve. Just doing my daily walk. A little cloudy today. But it's all right. It's not too bad. Definitely cooler. More enjoyable for some people that don't like the extreme heat. Hey, Wolfgang. What's going on? Stone Cold says, good afternoon. Hey, Stone Cold, my friend. What's up? How are you guys doing? I'm doing good. I needed a few days off from live streaming. Hey, guys. Yeah, I needed a few days. I needed a break. Yeah. Call it live stream burnout, maybe. But other than that, I'm doing good. It's pre-Christmas Eve. It's crazy how quickly it comes around, like very quickly. No like major special plans for Christmas. Che and I basically together. Stone Cold says, yeah, I noticed you went AWOL just a little bit. Yeah, I just felt like that. I don't know what do you call it. It's just like the live stream burnout. Josh is here. Hello, Josh. And we got Mindrax says, yo, I'm back. Welcome back, Mindrax. I'm back too. What was it? Saturday night was my last live stream with Che, and then I was like, I'm taking a few days off. Che and I went swimming the one day, just hung out at the pool. But you know, I'm in my familiar territory. Like I said, I just needed a break. Hey, hello, Half Century Outdoors. Welcome to you too. So I apologize for my MIA, missing in action. But they are putting up all these, I'm sure you guys are familiar with these, like the canopies, like for all the fireworks. And there's a lot. But they're still just getting started, getting these displays set up. But Mindrax, yeah, I just, like I said, I just think I needed a little pre-Christmas break. Nothing in particular. Everything's good. I didn't get sick or nothing like that. I just, yeah, these fireworks are legal here. I mean, they got some serious, like, they got some serious stuff. Like when you look at all these, like these things are huge. You light one of these babies on fire. Yeah. Lewis, I see Lewis. Edward Michael says, hey, where are you from? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines, but I'm from the United States. But look at these bottle rockets. I mean, these babies, yeah, they're pretty big. I'm sure there's bigger, but these things here, I'm sure you could light up the sky with those. I mean, you need a truck to haul some of this stuff. But yeah, they got a lot of fireworks. I guess I could ask prices at some point just to get an idea, but yeah, they have everything. But yeah, like 7 shots, like this thing's like huge. I mean, you see my hand on there, that baby's big. Edward Michael's from United Kingdom. Thank you for being here, Edward Michael. I'm another Michael, but I'm just gonna walk and talk and show you guys here on the Boulevard in Dumaguete, Philippines. So hopefully you guys won't get too bored, but I do this, walk and talk, show you guys the sights and sounds of the Philippines. But this is the big setup that's new down here along the Boulevard. All these fireworks. And but yeah, like it's like even the ones that are small are big. I mean, but Half Century, yeah, we all need a break. Lewis says, hey, Mike, how are you? Ready for Christmas? Yeah, I'm ready for Christmas. Again, apologies for my disappearance. I just needed a break. I just wanted to walk and listen to music. And yeah, now I feel like I got my groove back. Now I'm showing you guys all, I mean, it goes way down here. Some of these things are immense. Hello. But yeah, like, I just love these bottle rockets. They're like big. Again, I'm sure there's bigger, but this is like those cannon-like things. That's a lot for me to see. But how's everybody else been doing? Are you guys all ready for Christmas? Do you have all your shopping done? See, me this year is going to be a little different for Christmas. It's not quite like the Western Christmas that I'm used to. It's more about being with friends and family and having good food, and for some having good drinks and stuff like that. So they're all getting their picture. Hey, thank you. Okay. Thank you. People are so nice here. That's what I love about when I'm here. Hello. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, look at the size of these babies. Like I said, I put my hand on this. That's big. Yeah. These are like very, whew. You could light up the sky with a lot of these fireworks. Hello, Yashis. I see you there. Hey, how are you? Thank you. Maybe sometime, not now. I need a big truck. A big truck. Thank you. Yeah, they're saying they want me to come back and buy more. Like I said, I'd need a truck. There's a lot. I mean, look at the stick, the length of the stick on those bottle rockets. Now, I can't imagine lighting these off where I lived in Pennsylvania. Holy cow. Yeah, Stone Cold would be like Dumaguete. One little match. I hope people aren't smoking or something when they go past all these, but holy cow. They even have like these things, like you light them. I've never seen anything like that before. That's interesting. Almost looks like a necklace, but I'll probably go down the other way. Lovely Auto Race, Pennsylvania. That's where I'm from. I'm from Pennsylvania, but here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Sorry I'm missing any of your comments. Mindrax says, are you from GTA 5? Do I look like somebody from GTA 5? I don't even know if I played the GTA games before. I don't know if I've ever played GTA 5, but take that as a compliment, I guess. But yeah, like, I have to, like, I don't want to get them excited, like asking the prices of things, and then I'm not buying anything right now. But even like these Roman candles, they're huge. They're huge.
They are torch.
Like a Roman candle, like you light it at the end?
No, just like torch.
Ah.
Just light.
All right.
Roman candle is like this.
So something like this, how much would that cost?
This one?
Yeah, how much?
I'll give you 10,000.
10,000 pesos?
100 shots already.
Wow. So 10,000 pesos for that.
And this one is 15,000.
15,000 pesos for 100 shots. So that's 70, 100. And then you get, well, that's still 100. That's 100 shots.
This is 1.2 per tube.
Yeah.
This tube is smaller. The next size.
So the bigger the tube, the higher they go.
No, the bigger of tube is the wider they.
Oh, wider it spreads out. Okay, now I'm following you. I'm learning about fireworks. I'm doing a live stream, so I'm showing everybody all what the fireworks, and I wanted to give an idea on the price, how much things cost.
Yeah, this one is the largest one.
That's the largest one. How much does that cost?
This is only 7 shots, so this costs only 7,500 to 9,000.
Like 7,500 to 9,000 pesos. Yeah, those are some. I'd need a big area to light that.
Yeah.
I don't want to start a fire. Thank you. Like what is like this one here?
Just the largest. Those are the smallest
All inside.
version, and this is the largest. It has, I think, this is 49 shots.
Whew. But that costs how much?
It's cost 35,000.
35,000 for that bad boy. Like I said, I'd need a truck
Yeah.
to come and pick it up.
It's very heavy.
Oh yeah, it looks heavy.
Yeah, one person cannot handle it.
I mean, yeah, like I put my hand, like you guys can see how big that is. That's a huge firework. But thank you very much. Hello. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff here. Hi. Like these things are unique. I don't know what they call these. I've never seen these before. What do they call this? What is this called?
It's pakatay.
All right, so you like
It's a rapid fire.
rapid fire.
Yeah, in English.
So you would like this, where do you light, like just the show, like I'm on
So
live
you're
stream.
gonna hang it.
You hang it and then you light it.
Yeah.
Where do you light it? Like here or
Yes.
oh,
And
at that end?
It end up here at the big camera. See?
Wow. And then it goes all the way and then what, something
Yes,
shoot out of
it's
it?
louder than this.
Louder. Wow. So it's really loud. What does this one cost?
This one is 300 rounds. It costs 350.
350 pesos. All right. Yeah, I'm doing a live stream, so I'm showing people all the fireworks so they know where to buy them. So if you want to say hello,
Hi.
thank you very much. Yeah, I've never seen, and this is, what's it called again?
A rapid fire.
Rapid fire, and it's just loud, bang, bang, bang. And then it gets to the very end and boom. Wow. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's like wild. Like I said, I hope nobody's smoking near here. Whew. And again, that's just like one section of all those fireworks. And then there's more up here. Again, anybody that's joined the live, I'm in Dumaguete province. Thank you. Thank you. So many nice people here. I love it here. That's one of the best things about being here in the Philippines. You have so many nice people. Chief, hello, Chief. Hello, my brother. Sorry I didn't notice you at first. I get a little preoccupied, like talking and looking at stuff too, but yeah. That gives you an idea of like some of those big fireworks, how much you're paying. But like my father used to say, he said he used to get mad at me when I would want to buy fireworks. He goes, but Michael, it all goes up in smoke. But he still bought me the stuff. He still would buy me. But anyway, if anybody's new to my channel, my name's Michael. I'm from the United States, born and raised in Pennsylvania. Living abroad here in Dumaguete, Philippines. So like, you know, you get ready for the Christmas and the New Year's celebration. Like, again, people don't need to see my face, but all these fireworks is insane. I don't know where I'd be able to light any of this stuff without catching the whole city on fire. Hello, thank you. And I see Edson, and wow, Edson sent me a gift, many gifts. Chief sent me a gift. Thank you, Chief, for again, I haven't seen you in a while, Chief. I've missed you. I was making sure. I'm glad everything's all right. I haven't seen you in a while there, Chief. Did you get your grandchild their Christmas gifts? You all ready for Christmas? Yes, see, he's ready. They're ready, me too. Oh, and New Year. This is for the New Year, right? We go into the New Year with a bang. Yeah. But yeah, they got, like, you don't run out of fireworks here. Hello. Everybody's smiling. I always love that. Everybody always smiling. But yeah, it's cloudy today. It's not like super beautiful, but it's okay. You know what I mean? In the Philippines, it's still warm. I guess this is the calm before the storm, maybe. Like I said, Christmas Eve, tomorrow, I'm supposed to go to a party with some friends. And how you doing? It's always just nice to get out and about. That's what I love about the Philippines. I love just, I don't know, just exploring, checking out things, meeting people. Everybody's so friendly here too. Especially when you're doing a live stream or something like that. They all want to be a part of it. I think that's so awesome. Not everybody, but for the most part, everybody does. But my goodness, like when you add up all these fireworks, like I said, hey, hello. Thank you. See, they got no smoking. No smoking. That's a good idea. Because I look at all this, I'm like, man, and throws up. That's a big firework. Yeah, so they even got, make sure, I don't smoke, so I'm good. But that doesn't mean somebody else wouldn't come by here and be a little brave. Yeah, lots of fireworks. But welcome, everybody. Again, if you're new to my channel, my name's Michael. From United States, living abroad in Dumaguete, Philippines. I haven't been here in a while, or done a live for a few days, but I needed a break. And I'm glad everybody's here, stone cold. Can you read that sign from 50 meters away? That's very true. I think I can read it from 50 meters away, I think. But yeah. Can most people, they probably wouldn't even really notice it, to be honest with you. Yeah. Che is here. Hello, Che. Josh, again, I have to send Che in later to see what kind of prices she gets. Yeah, she could probably get a better deal than me. But like, you know what's cool is like now that obviously Christmas Eve is upon us, that you're seeing it become much more active here in Dumaguete. And that's what I like. It's kind of like they've been celebrating for a couple weeks now, the fiesta stuff, and now it's more geared towards Christmas Eve, or Christmas Day more so, but you see more people getting more involved here now. But yes, Don McKay says, Philippines, AKA Land of Smiles. I completely agree with that. Castaway, what's the Punai's name? Che is Che. Stone Cold says chief name is an old Indian tribal name like Sitting Bull. He's definitely like a Sitting Bull. And thank you again, Chief, for the super chat. Edson's Spina. Edson O Spina 9175. Again, thank you for the gifts. Like, I mean, you gave me the thumbs up, sent the 100 and everything like that. I greatly appreciate that. Like I said, I'm humbled each and every day here when especially through YouTube and the live streams, just simply just want to share what I see, showing everybody what's going on in Dumaguete, Philippines. Until I get off to somewhere else, then I can show you other stuff. But usually I try to start here by the water so everybody can see what's going on here, and then I venture off into the city. But yeah, it's a little more active now for 2 o'clock in the afternoon, December 23rd here in the Philippines, just because it's cloudy. When it's cloudy, people are more likely to be outside. It's not too hot for them. Doc McKay says, bro, where? I'm in PA. I was born in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Doc McKay. I was born in Altoona, Pennsylvania, but most recently lived in Mechanicsburg, well, New Cumberland area. Then I guess you can say my actual address is in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania right now. So yeah. Dandel says, do they have RPGs? I don't know about that. Lovely said, do they sell an atomic bomb? Dumpling string. So that's Casey was saying that was a dumpling string. That's good to know. I didn't know that. She was like, what'd she say? Like, it was like that cracker, probably really loud. I would need an expensive truck. Yeah, to haul all that stuff. And Chief, what the world? Thank you, Chief. And I'm going to tell you, every one of you right now, for people that, you know, if I don't see you between now and Christmas, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope everybody just spends time with your loved ones and family and whatever. And if you have any issues with your family, like some of us do, myself included, tell your family member or your sibling, your brother or sister that you love them. Let that, because that's what I'm doing on Christmas Day. I want to tell my younger sister that I love her just because we had some differences of opinions before I came here to the Philippines. So, yeah, she wasn't thrilled with the idea of me coming here and all this stuff. And then we kind of spoke after the fact, and then she kind of took back what she said as far as, me making a bad decision coming here. She sees that I did nothing but make a good decision. And, yeah. I need to apologize. I want to be the better person and apologize to my sister. So on Christmas Day, I'm going to take care of that because it's been going on for too long that we were, kind of having a stupid grudge against each other. And so, yeah, that's my advice for people. If you have any, I don't know, problems with somebody or something like that, just let it go and tell that person you love them and move on. And life is too short to hold grudges and stuff like that. So that's my advice for the day. But yes, Floyd Jackson says, I love Philippines. Yeah, I love all the people in the Philippines. They've been nothing but amazing, honorable people to me, super nice to me, never, ever. I mean, they treat me like I'm something special, which I don't look at myself like that, but I'm humbled each and every day being here in the Philippines. I really am. And feels good to be back with you guys. Like I said, doing my walks and talks and letting people see what I see. I enjoy doing it. Oh, Chief says, Michael, I'm sorry for being drunk when I talked to you the other night. Chief, you don't need to apologize. Hey, how are you guys? You ready for Christmas? Me too. Merry Christmas to you guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. And that's what I'm talking about. Everybody's so nice. Hello. I love that. I mean, we got a little boombox action down this way, so I'll get around that. Sorry, it'll be a little loud. Floyd Jackson says, I wish I was there. Yeah, that's how I felt when I left in March, when I had to go back to the States in March before I came back in June. Floyd Jackson, no sooner I left the Philippines, I couldn't wait to get back. I missed it too much. But I think after I go around this corner, I'm gonna head more into the city, see what I can find. But I appreciate you being here, Floyd Jackson, even if it's just a live stream. I'm glad that I can bring you as close to the action as possible. Like I said, it's still early yet. It's quiet. There's the Fast Cat boat. But yeah, like I said, I love looking at this every day. John says hi. Hello, John. John looks like I301S says hi. Chris Bagata says hi. Floyd, obviously you said you love Filipinos. Stone Cold says, so any specific plans for Christmas Day, catching up with Che's family? Stone Cold, Che, we're going to cook dinner and stuff like that. I'm assuming after that, Christmas Day, we're going to go visit her mother and father, but I'm not 100% sure if her parents are local or they went back to her province. So I'm not sure exactly. Che might be able to answer that for you better than me. I know Che's cooking me a Christmas dinner, and it's going to be her and I whenever we eat the Christmas dinner. It could be Christmas lunch. I don't care when it is, but yeah, nothing like too specific, but I'm excited for it. And Christmas in the Philippines to me it's an eye-opener. I kind of just look forward to just being with people, friends, loved ones, and just eating good food. Or, well, you guys know me, I don't drink alcohol, so having a few drinks, although mine will consist of coffee and maybe a Coke Zero. I might spoil myself and have a Coke Zero. Caesar Vasquez said, God bless you always, brother. Blessings from island of Puerto Rico. That's awesome. God bless you too. Thank you for being here. Like I said, I don't know, maybe I'll cut through here and then I'm going to go through the city. I'll see what traffic's like. I know all the colleges and the schools and stuff are closed, so they're out for their Christmas break. So it might not be too bad, but I'm I'm gonna go through the city. It was kind of busy when I was walking. I went and got a haircut earlier. I wanted to clean it up, you know. So yeah, I got hat head. So just got the fade and cleaned it all up. So I'm happy. Got my Christmas haircut, I guess that's what you call it. Servant goddess of Jesus loves you. Well, that's good. I love Jesus too. Where are you in the Philippines? Oh yeah, Dumaguete, Philippines. I'm gonna flip. Like I said, you guys don't need to look at me. There's more better things to see as I go walking, as long as I have good internet quality too. But I appreciate each and every one of you. And Jessica says, Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas to you, Jessica. Share where you're from. What am I even made for? Says it's 1 a.m. where I'm at. Yeah, I got 2:13 p.m. in the afternoon. 2:13 p.m. Dumaguete, Philippines. And yeah, it's cloudy today. Warm, probably low 80s, maybe mid 80s. I can't tell the difference anymore. Jessica says, are you from the States? Yeah, I was born and raised in Pennsylvania. Lived in Florida for 2 years, but then back to Pennsylvania prior to coming here to the Philippines. So yeah, born and raised in Pennsylvania for the most part. Jessica says it's cold here in Miami. Really? Even the southern tip of Miami's cold. What temperature do you have in Miami, Jessica? What's the temperature in Miami? Lourdes Codorna says it's 10:14 here in Sacramento. Well, welcome, Lourdes, from Sacramento, California. I appreciate you hanging out with me as I walk and talk and do my best to read your comments as I'm just exploring Dumaguete, Philippines. This is what I've been doing lately. Before I did live streams, kind of just one-on-one chatting, but again, for me, that got too boring. I like to walk as it is, and now I think it's more fun when you get to just see different things in the Philippines. Chief says it's 47 and raining in West Virginia. Well, Chief, I don't know if it's that warm. You might not have any snow for Christmas unless you have some leftover snow from previous snowfalls. Brandon Mitchell says, hello, how are you doing? I'm doing great, Brandon. I'm doing great. Out on my daily walk in the Philippines. Been here since July of 2024. I did go home one time in March 17th. Had to take care of some things and then quickly came back in June of this year and been here ever since. Total, I don't know, I guess I'm pushing like 15 months total living here in the Philippines, and I absolutely love it. And I enjoy doing YouTube. I enjoy the live streams because I get to not only meet amazing people, but I get to share me and what I do. Even if I'm simply just waking up every day in the Philippines with the warm weather, sunshine, and I'm just going walking and getting a cup of coffee somewhere and meeting new people and chatting and talking. To me, that's like a vacation. So when I really do get to take a trip to another island or go to another country while I'm here in Asia, that's even a bigger added bonus. But I'm simply happy just being here. This is what I like. Shorts, t-shirt, being warm every day, crossing the roads, having fun. They're so respectful here. Pedestrian first kind of mindset. This is Quezon Park in Dumaguete, Philippines. Not sure how active it will be right now. Hey, Brian, good afternoon. Brian, welcome, my friend. We got Chris says, hello, I'm Chris from Ilagan City, Isabela, Luzon, Philippines. Hey, my friend, thank you for being here, Chris. And you're even from here in the Philippines, and you're still taking time out of your day to hang out with me as I walk and talk in the Philippines. I appreciate that. I greatly do, because I'm sure you could find better things to do than hang out with me. But again, I always appreciate when I meet other people here through YouTube. It's been a blessing. I'm very fortunate in every aspect of my life since I've been here in the Philippines. It's changed so much. They used to put a Christmas tree up over there, and I don't know where it is. I think it was metal. Maybe it needed some maintenance done on it, but they never put it up. They never put it back up. They got the balls in the trees. Where maybe we'll see them lit up later tonight, but maybe it's because of all the fiestas and festivals that they had this year. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go through the city and see how it works out, because this is where you really get to do some people watching. And I know I like people watching, but I like meeting people too. This is where people can play pickleball here, but you got to purchase your own net, unless you kind of, I don't know, rig something between these two posts. But a lot of people play pickleball through here in Dumaguete. But again, thank you each and every one of you guys for being here. I'm sure a lot of people are doing some last minute shopping, and that's kind of where I'm going, right into the thick of things, which that's all right. I don't mind it. I enjoy it. So if I don't see all the comments, I apologize. I gotta just pay attention. See how this, now you guys see this and you think chaotic. I see it and I just think, because everybody's nice. They don't like try to run you over. I don't want to jinx myself, but yeah, I just weave my way in between all this. It's not too bad. Some people get shy, like, you know, that is so nice. They'll still wave to me after the fact. But this is like, you know, this is my normal daily routine. If I'm not doing a live stream while I'm walking, I'm simply walking. But yeah, you just kind of weave in and out of the traffic. It works. Yeah, there's no signal lights here, and that's okay. It works. They have eyes all around their head. They like have like the sixth sense. I don't know. I never feel worried about it. I just look and they see. I don't know. I just feel confident and safe enough that they're not gonna, you know, run me over. Now, I couldn't say the same thing about Bacolod though. When I was in Bacolod, yeah, that was a whole other different story. Do I live here? Wait, Dark Brother says, do you live there full time? Welcome, Dark Brother. I guess you could say I live full time. It's my home away from home in the States. I will be here the majority of the time. The only way I would go home to the U.S., Dark Brother, is if, like I said, mentioned before, if something happened to my mother and father, you know, medical health related issues, and I had to go back, then I'd go back. But right now, I have no plans to go back to the States. I'm enjoying myself too much here, and I'm happy every day, feel great every day. It's fun here. And I get it, like some people maybe watching this think it's crazy people and all this. I don't think it's that bad. I think there's other cities that are worse, like, you know, congested. Like, I've never been to Manila, but I'm sure Manila is a lot bigger. This is like a town to me. There's buildings, but it's not like big city to me. And I'm going right into the heart of the city here. Like, this is where everybody's shopping. You know, you got the Robinson's grocery store. But I like it. I mean, I kind of have the best of both worlds. If I need a little nature, I can go to the nature section of the Philippines. If I need a little city, like conveniences, amenities of certain things. This is Lee Plaza. That's a busy store. Very busy. And then you got the famous Jollibee, of course, you know. There's nowhere here in the Philippines without a Jollibee, I don't think. Dark Brother says, Southeast Asia, way better value for your money. Soon I'll be moving from London to Da Nang. Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about Da Nang. It's cheaper, nicer. I have a friend of mine who lives here in the Philippines, former military. He went to Da Nang for 2 weeks and sent me video, called me from there. It's beautiful. I mean, it's really nice. He was right on the beach, you know, a very clean beach, very clean area. But yeah, Da Nang, that's a place I want to visit someday, definitely. Hey, Edwin, there you are. Yeah, I told you I'd be back, Edwin. Like I said, I just needed a break from my live streams. I kind of got this burnout, you know. And plus, you know, like, sometimes we just all need a break. But thank you, Edwin, for being here, and Dark Brother, appreciate that comment. I've heard the same. Da Nang's on my list. Number one on my list to visit someday is Japan. I want to go to Japan someday. That's definitely first on my list. Well, in India, that's another one. There's so many places to visit here from Asia. It's like my list is very long. And again, there's over 7,000 islands in the Philippines. I want to go to Palawan. I want to go there for sure. That's always been on my list, to go to Palawan. But again, appreciate you guys for being here. Again, if you don't know me, my name's Michael. Born and raised in the United States, living here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Total time in the Philippines, going on 15 months, I think. I don't even keep track anymore, other than the fact I came in July 2024, went home in March for a few months, and then came back. But yeah, I love it here. Even the simple things in life for me mean the most. And it's the people, though. The number one thing about the Philippines for me is the people. That's the number one thing. They're so nice, and yeah, I can't say enough. Even with all the things that you can see in the Philippines, if it weren't for the people, I don't know if I'd feel the same way. You know, I don't know if I'd have that excitement and happiness to go out and just walk up anywhere here. Just to walk anywhere in the Philippines, and you just meet some of the nicest people. They acknowledge you, say hello. Yeah, it's very humbling to feel special here in the Philippines. It's very humbling. And I know I repeat myself and say that over and over again, but that's the truth. I even go down towards the public market. So far, the internet seems to be very well. Do you work for the CIA? Hell no. I'm retired. I don't do any work. And besides, I didn't work for the CIA ever. No. I'm just simple Mike, who lived a simple life in the United States. Was blessed to have a fairly decent job. Blessed to have things work out the way they did. And I'm able to be 55 and be here in the Philippines. And share my life and try to maybe inspire other people to someday visit the Philippines or somewhere in Asia. It doesn't even have to be the Philippines. But it's nice. Like I said, hadn't I made this choice, I don't know. The furthest I ever went when I was in the Caribbean trips. Where else did I go? Dominican Republic but they're all little couple week vacations. I never did anything like this. That's why it was so different for me. I never took a leap of faith and just said, you know what, I'm gonna go visit somewhere for 2 months. And that was my initial plan, was just to come here to the Philippines for 2 months. But then I ended up extending until March of 2025. And then decided, hey, I'm gonna live here more on a full-time basis. And Lee says, but you look so young. Well, Lee, the only thing I can attribute that to is exercise and what I eat. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke anything. That has to be a factor in all that. I'm sure genetics also do play a part in it. You know, my mother and father obviously maybe had some fortunate DNA, but I attribute most of it to my diet, and I walk everywhere. My goal is 10 miles a day walking. And sometimes I do fall short of that. Usually the least is like 7. But it's so easy to walk 10 miles. I know it sounds like a lot, but actually you don't even realize it. Because it's like, normally if I'm just listening to music and walking, then I'm enjoying all the people I see, hello, you know, before, and you don't even realize you've walked that much. And yeah, so to me, it's very easy to walk and talk and meet people and socialize. But yeah, with all the motorbikes, I always say, is there a parking spot here for somebody? But yeah, motorbikes is the way of life here. Lots of motorbikes, which I don't have the courage to own a motorbike here in the city. Someday I will, but right now I'm still just a little apprehensive and nervous about earning a motorbike. I'm sure if I do it, I'd get over it and get past it. But right now I'm not forced to necessarily need a motorbike either, because I walk. And everything's close enough to get to it. If you go to the grocery store, you just get a tricycle and take the tricycle back. Kissing the Dream is here. Says, Castaway, you're a very handsome looking guy. Dude, I'm 53 and that semi truck beat me all the hell and back, and I guess I'm smoking cigars don't really help me, but I sure as hell love them. Hey, I always tell people, you gotta just, live the life that you want to live. And if you're happy, then good. Sometimes it does. I don't like seeing people have things pop up in their life because of some choice they made, and then they have to try and reverse it, or they have to go cold turkey for whatever reason it is, and then to me, it's almost like you're working that much harder to get back to where you need to be. So I feel bad when I see that. And but again, I can open the door for people, but they have to be willing to walk in the door. And I'm just an advocate, and I would like to say I'm somewhat a living proof. If you do the exercise, and I don't think it's a lot. I think walking's one of the simplest exercises you can do, unless you have some sort of limitation due to a previous injury and stuff like that. I understand that. I'm just saying, if you don't have any excuse to not, do the best things you can for yourself, I just want to prolong people's health. I just want people, especially like for me, that's why I said when I had the opportunity to retire at 55, I was like, I'm coming here before it's too late. There's no promises for me, even with my health the way it is. I could wake up tomorrow with some sort of issue. You never know. So I'm living in the moment, living each day, and I just said, you know what? When I took the leap of faith and decided to come here to the Philippines, I just said, I'm doing it. Doc says, what made you... Doc says a couple questions. Where in the world are you? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. That's where I'm at, Dumaguete, Philippines. What made you choose Dumaguete? Honestly, it was at the recommendation of some friends that I met on YouTube that were actual vloggers. They kind of recommended me coming here, and then when I came here, I liked it a lot. I fit in well with the people. I just had a vibe. And the only place I can compare to it that I actually lived there was Balut. I was there for 4 months, but I didn't have the same vibe. So then, I decided to come back here where I'm happier, and I'm glad I did. Now I can travel and visit other places, but this is where I feel comfortable at, like as far as like a home base, I'm gonna go through this. This is the public market. As long as my signal stays good. Ronald Villain says, welcome to Dumaguete. Thank you. Kissin says, I'm married to a Pinay. I'm well. Yeah, Josh says, go to Palawan. I am going to visit there someday. That's on my list. That's first on my list, really. I mean, I'll probably end up getting to like places like Bohol and other stuff because it's closer. But Palawan has always been number one, whether it's El Nido or some hidden place that I'm not aware of. But yeah, I definitely want to get there someday. Bill Reed says, Castaway. Hello, Bill Reed. My MDYU something. What work do you do there? I don't do any work. I'm retired. I retired early at 55. My work, I guess if you want to say if I have a job or anything, it's YouTube. I don't necessarily say that counts because I actually enjoy it and it's a lot of fun. So, thank you. This is my life now. Until I make a trip home to the US or something like that, this is what I'm doing. I'd go in there, but I'm afraid if I go into the public market, my signal might just go poof. And I think I'm much safer being outside. Like I said, they got several buildings. You got the fruits, you got the poultry, chicken, beef. But just even walking amongst this every day. Michael says, what's your cost to live there? My cost personally, my apartment only costs, My apartment only costs me, in US, it's 24,000 pesos per month. So currently the USD value to the dollar, I think I'm paying like a little over $400 a month for the rental of my apartment, which is aircon. It's small, but I don't care about that. I don't want a big apartment. Has a kitchen, has a swimming pool, has a gym on site. Wi-Fi is included. You pay the electric and the water separately. And basically only ever rarely run the air condition at night when I'm sleeping. So you're saving money by not running it during the day. Yeah, Josh says less than the fireworks. That's for sure. It is. Kissing the Dream says set up province of Luzon. But yeah, like I said, someone might come to Dumaguete and they might not like it here. You have to find a place that's, you're most comfortable with. I'm comfortable here. That's not to say I couldn't find something else and maybe like some other area better. But I think you learn a lot more when you actually live in the place for a month or two versus just visiting for 2 weeks. But that's just my opinion. I don't think, hadn't I stayed as long as I did when I first came here, I don't think I truly would have been able to embrace and understand the culture from a living perspective, not a vacation perspective, a living perspective. Because when I was here my first couple months, it was basically like a vacation. But now it's more like, after that 2 months, I was living. I got an apartment. I wasn't spending more money on a hotel and stuff like that. So that's how it changed for me. Thank you. But yeah, like I said, these public markets are something else. Like this is where Che comes. Like she'll come and shop here, and very active. A lot of stuff going on here. Well, yeah, you're right. Look at all that food. I mean, it's everything you can imagine. All the different rices, all the different vegetables. Eggs, and eggs. That's like my favorite. Eggs are my go-to. But yeah, I'd love to go in there, but I'm afraid if I go in the public market, I think my signal is going to go kaput. Doc McKay says Shay. Oh, that's Che. Che would be my girlfriend, Doc McKay. She usually comes to the book market. Sometimes I come with her, but the majority of the time I come by myself, or she goes by herself. She can bargain better without me being along with her. And she likes doing it anyway. Hey, hello guys, thank you. But so that's what I mean here. Like, I'm not saying you couldn't go live somewhere else and the people aren't going to be the same, but there's just a different vibe for me here in Dumaguete. Much, much different. Kissing the Dream says, Castaway, I gotta be honest, I believe in Jesus Christ, but if I went there, I'd become a whoremonger. That's not necessarily true. You'd be surprised at what, how it'd be. Yes, are there a lot of beautiful women here? Of course. But I don't know. I don't know how I do it sometimes, but I know what you mean, especially if you've never been here. When I first came here, I'm biased towards the Filipino women here. I think they're very beautiful. I mean, there's beautiful women everywhere, but I have a bias here in the Philippines. But yeah, you gotta be, it's easier said than done. You gotta be disciplined. That's the best advice I can give you. You gotta be disciplined as best as you can. To each his own, and everything falls on the individual. I'm responsible for me, and yeah, I can't argue, I can't. More temptation in the Philippines, that's for sure, stone cold. Kissing the Dream says, the food, the women, the Cuban cigars, everything, there would be such a temptation. Yeah, you're you're preaching to the choir, kissing the dream. I don't disagree with you one iota. I guess that's why some of us are stronger than others, I guess, or you just do the best you can. But if you get a good, I look at it this way, if you get a good Filipina who's everything you could ever want and wish for, and she's a good person and she loves you unconditionally, doesn't ask you for a cent, you know you got a special keeper there. You'll forget about that won't be as pressing, that temptation that you guys speak of. You'll feel the loyalty of your Filipina will rub off on you, and you'll just, I don't know, it changes you. Everything that's happened to me in the Philippines has been a life-changing experience. That's not to say that each day is a new day. Anything's possible. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Never claim to be. It can be tough. It can be tough. Mr. Domination says, I know a lot of Filipina girls are too sweet and gentle. Yeah, I'd say the majority of the people here are sweet and gentle and nice. Their upbringing is different. Now, there's some westernized girls to an extent, but that's not their fault. That's just how they were raised. And then you have the difference with the province girls. Like, it's just different, you know. But it's all good here. For overall, my experience here in the Philippines has been amazing. It's always good. I'm always happy, meet amazing people every day. And that's another thing. It's like when you meet these super nice people, it's very humbling, at least for me. Like, I've never met so many people in my life. And all my life in the United States, I never met as many people as I've met in 54 years since I've been here in a little over a year. I have more friends, more acquaintances than I've ever thought was possible. And it's humbling. It's definitely humbling and a blessing. But like I said, there's always these super nice people that you meet here. Sometimes, like I said, you meet somebody once, you say hello to them, and then they see you again, and it's like, wow, they remember you, you know? Josh Morris is asking me about Balut. Haven't tried it, haven't had the courage to try Balut. Josh, and people say, well, if you drink some alcohol, you'll be able to eat the Balut. I just have no desire to try the Balut. I'm a little nervous, especially because I have such a strict diet. I just think maybe Balut wouldn't be that extreme, and I wouldn't have a bad reaction to it. I think it's more mental for me right now than it is actually feeling like I'd get sick. I think it's just the mental aspect of trying Balut is what scares me. Chicken soup. That's what everybody tells me. And you're right, Doc. I've heard that. And maybe that'll calm my nerves a little bit. It's more mental for me right now. I think if I close my eyes, I think someone recently told me they just closed their eyes and they did it. And it wasn't that bad. And they said chicken soup. So you're exactly right. When I do try Balut, I should probably do a live stream or a video of me trying Balut. I think that would be amusing for people to see me do that for a first time in my pathetic facial expressions, I guess, from trying it. But yeah, I gotta toughen up a little bit and just try the Balut. You're right, chicken soup. Just keep telling myself chicken soup, chicken soup, chicken soup. You're right. Steve, I see you sent me a gift of the thumbs up. Thank you very much, Steve. Welcome to the live stream. I always look for when people do that, like I try to find you if you left a message, but love audio production. You are exactly right. Chicken adobo that's my favorite. Chicken adobo is my favorite. When Che, my girlfriend, asks me what I want, well, she doesn't even really need to ask. She knows if she makes chicken adobo, I'm good to go. But I appreciate that gift from you, Stephen Tice, 1969. Thank you for the thumbs up. And anybody who hasn't given a thumbs up, double tap on the screen if you could kindly do that. That would help my channel. I never realized how important thumbs ups are, but I get they are. It definitely helps. But still, I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. And again, I tend to flip the camera. You don't really need to see me talk. You can hear me talk when I'll show you what I'm looking at. But let me flip it and get it off my mug. The beak and feathers are all soft. Yeah, if I take anything, who said that? The beak and the feather, Doc. If I 16-day, I guess, is the one that Che told me to take, the 16-day balut. I guess anything, well, I guess the next day would just be more developed of a chicken or what is it, a duck? Yeah, I'm thinking chicken, but duck. So it's the cartilage that isn't necessary. But again, it's kind of neat when balut ends up being a topic of discussion because, you know, I haven't done it yet. At some point I will, and you guys will all know about it. I don't know what would be better, to do a balut live stream or do a balut video. I don't know. Which state are you from in America? Says IE18. I'm from born and raised in Pennsylvania, but I lived in Florida for 2 months. And if I was still in the United States, I'd be living in Florida right now, I think. And then but I'd also be working. I always tell people like this all the time. I'm in the Philippines right now because I can afford to be in the Philippines and be retired. If I was in the US under the same financial situation, I'd have to work. I couldn't afford to be here or be, you know, not working in the US. I couldn't retire officially at 55 and simply live off my pension and savings, which is what I'm doing right now. Social Security is an afterthought. Yes, it'll be nice when that happens, but I can't think about that. That's many years away for me right now. Many years away. Don McKay says, I was married in Iloilo in 2002. Well, congratulations. I've never been to Iloilo. Not far from Bacolod, but I've never been to Iloilo. Oh boy. Stone Cold. What are you trying to start now? Oh, I'm not doing balut now. I appreciate the super chat, Stone Cold. Now I know you're putting pressure on me because then the way I am, I'm going to feel guilty if I don't do balut. I'm not going to do it now. I'm not going to do it now. When I do the balut challenge, I'm going to be with Che. Only fitting to do it with Che. Maybe if Che is standing right next to me and we do it together, although she's already had balut, obviously. But if I do it with her, I'll feel a little more, you know, hopefully more relaxed. But I appreciate that super, Steve, and yeah, now you're going to mount the pressure even to make it even sooner. And the question is it going to be a balut live stream or a balut video? That's the question. Balut live stream or a balut video? And I see you guys, balut, balut, balut. Heberdine says, what's the tax on Social Security and pension? Do you have to return to the U.S.? No, I don't have to. I don't know as far as Social Security goes because I'm not collecting Social Security yet. Pension-wise, there is a tax, but I don't have to return to the States. I have my tax person, and stuff might change. I have somebody that I can report to in the United States and that I can take care of. This will be my first time doing taxes away from the States, so that'll be something I can share at some point. But as far as I know, my tax person will be able to handle everything. I will communicate with her. But when you're living in the Philippines, I've learned that you can get a tax when you have to report your taxes by whatever April, whatever the date is. Apparently, when you're here in the Philippines, you can file for some extension and not have to have it all submitted by the due date in April. At least that's what I was told. I talked to my tax agent a little bit about that, and she's actually from the Philippines, which is awesome too. She said that she can submit some sort of extension legally, and then, you know, I don't think you'd end up having to submit it until June. Again, I could be wrong. This is going to be my first time doing taxes away from home. But as far as Social Security, I don't know anything in regards to that. Maybe someone else could help you with that. And I don't even want to even take any guesses because I don't know. I'm still learning a lot of stuff here myself. I will never, give advice about something I clearly know nothing about or act like I know everything either. But back to the streets. Balut or bust. Oh boy. Bill Meyer says puke puke. Hey Bill, how you doing, Bill? Welcome back. Glad to see you, Bill. You can run from Balut, you can't beat it to bite it if it's still alive. Yeah, I think that was probably one of my mental fears too. I was worried that it would be like somewhat still alive when I went to eat it. It would be like this little bird with feathers in there, and but now the pressure's on. You guys, well, Steve had to go and start it, trying to tempt me with super chats. You would need a San Miguel 5% only to wash it down. Oh, that's nice. That's encouraging to hear, Steve, but I can't drink nothing, but I'm trying to think what would be the best to wash it down. I can do a Coke Zero. I'll do a Coke Zero or something like that if I need something carbonated with some bubbles to wash it down. Because some people have told me when you drink Balut, it smells like gives you like bad breath or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what people have said. So maybe like your idea of washing it down with something would definitely be necessary. Heberdean says, sounds awful. Yeah, that's what been my biggest fear. Just drinking chicken soup, apparently, from a duck egg and washing it down and without, in my mind, forcing myself to vomit. I definitely wouldn't want to do that. But again, it's possible. I've never done something like that ever. So I have that fear. Steve Fogelbach says, are you in Cebu? No, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines, Steve. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Not far from Cebu, but yeah, I'm in Dumaguete. My wife is from Guimaras. Stefan says, wife is from Guimaras. I'm not sure where Guimaras is exactly. I'm not 100% sure. But I appreciate you being here. Stefan and Steve, what street foods you eat? Well, I've had a lot of street foods. The only problem is sometimes, well, the one time I ate street food, I don't know if it was a combination of the ingredients. Now I'm talking street food, not like barbecue pork or chicken or something like that. I was eating like dumplings, I was eating tempura, I was eating like stuff that they were frying in oil. Well, me being the health guy that I am, I don't like to consume seed oils. Now, I'm not saying the oil was old. Who knows how old the oil was, but I recently, with Che, went and had street food together, like street food. Like I said, let's just do it once. I tried little pieces of stuff once before, but never just ordered a bunch of different things. Street food. Non-meat, like beef or chicken. It was like, one thing was called Dynamite. It looked like lumpia, but a longer lumpia with like a jalapeno pepper in it and some other stuff like cheese. I don't know what it was, but all that street food that I ate, I'd say within 3 hours when we got back to our apartment, I spent the next 20 hours on the toilet. Well, not the whole time, but yeah, it gave me you-know-what out the other end. And I had heard that story previously. If you're gonna get street food for a first time and your system's not used to that at all, which mine wasn't, obviously, yeah, I started getting bad stomach ache, cramps, and I was like, here it comes. And it did. I had some serious diarrhea. So, word to you guys that have never tried street food. I'd stick with meat and stuff like that unless you're willing to risk and have to go, spend it on the toilet, which I did. Uh, this is how life should be. Oh, I agree. If you're just talking Philippines in general, but it was fun. I took the risk. So if I can eat street food, and that was my reaction, spend it on the toilet. I bet you, I would bet my reaction to Balut, if I'm gonna think positively and talk myself into it, I would bet my reaction to Balut, my body's response to Balut is probably not gonna be as bad as what it was to the street food. I'm hoping. Because I guess in Balut, there's vinegar in it too. Oh, Edwin says, yes, you have a point that oil could be like poison if they keep using it for weeks. Well, yeah, it could have been a month old. I don't know. But Che seems to think it wasn't necessary. It couldn't have been all, maybe it wasn't all the oil. It could have been the ingredients, she said. I don't know if it was, I have no idea. It tasted good. Everything was great. I was like, wow, this is really good. Trying, you know, tempura, like a dumpling, tofu, French fries. Like we totally we junked it all out. Like I just said, let's just do it. And it was obviously very cheap. And I was like, wow, this is good. Dipping it in some kind of sauce. You know, it was like a total, it's very different for me to eat that kind of stuff. I try stuff, but not like making a meal. And we made it a meal. It was like, this will be like a cheat day. We'll just eat like junk food. And I never ate that much. And yeah, I paid the price the next day. Well, that night and the next day. Like, I didn't even want to leave the apartment because I didn't want to have the urge to have to go to the bathroom. I just didn't want to do it. And I'm glad I waited till like 3 or 4 in the afternoon the day after that whole experiment. Yeah, that was quite the experiment. Yeah, and Jahari says body just wasn't used to it, that's all. Yeah, that's what I think it is too. And that's what I think would happen with Balut. Maybe I would just have a little upset stomach or something like that, side effect, just because I'd never put that in my system before. Hello, John Vasquez. Hello, my friend. But you're right, and Jahari, that's most likely what it was. It was simply, I'm just not used to that. But it was still fun, despite it all. I mean, I would kind of just joke with Che and said, oh, I won't be eating street food anytime soon. Stefan says, you first go to Ilo and then by boat 20 minutes, then you are in Guimaras. Now, okay, I'm following you. Now I have an idea of where you're at. Yeah, I hope someday I can, I mean, I have been slowly but surely. A lot of people that I meet here through YouTube, which I love. I hope to meet a lot. I've met some already face to face. They've either stopped in Dumaguete or they're maybe gonna live here now. And I've met them through YouTube. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a great experience. Opened a lot of doors to a lot of things here. Philippines overall has been just, I'm so grateful and blessed. And then, you know, with that came YouTube, wanting to share my story. But I'm glad you guys are all in here. Just, you know, I really greatly appreciate it. Despite wherever you are, I'm sure it's very late. Not everybody's on Philippine time like I am, so. I always point this out. I love coconut trees. I know it's so simple, but they're just beautiful to me, even a coconut tree. Yeah, Stone Cold. The mangoes are awesome. The mango graham, that treat, mango graham, is so darn good and delicious. Mac Daddy for you 1234 says, John, do you have a brother named Jason? That'd be wild. And Jahari says, great live. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm just being simple me and just walking around, and I like doing it. And when the idea came to my mind, I'm like, why don't I just try and do a live while I'm walking? That's you guys are therapeutic to me just as much as I might entertain you guys. You guys entertain me also, because if you weren't here, this live stream would basically be pointless. But much appreciative, thankful for you guys here in my live stream. I can't say that enough. And I apologize for anybody that I miss it from time to time, your comments and everything. I just kind of try to read as much as I can while I'm walking. And I'm thankful and blessed that I have so many people in my live stream right now. That means the world to me. I never thought in a million years, I don't know what it's exactly showing people here, but I would never guess in a million years I'd have people just excited as I am, you know. So it's a blessing. Nolan says, am I a passport bro? I don't even know what the definition of a passport bro is. I mean, I'm a bro. That's one thing. A brother, bro. I have a passport because I need a passport to be able to travel. I guess what defines a passport bro? I don't know. Is it like a good thing or a derogatory, like a negative thing to be a passport bro? Sometimes I don't even know. I guess if it's a good thing, I guess that makes it me. But thanks, Nolan. I have no idea. And Jahari with the hand on his face. Nolan Maxwell says, is your wife a Filipina? She's my girlfriend, and yes, she's a Filipina. She's my girlfriend. Here, I'll flip the screen. Like I said, you guys want to look at this. But yeah, she's a Filipina, Morena. If you know Morena, she's a province girl, Morena. Stephen Fogel says, 1 a.m. in St. Louis now, 70-degree record high for Christmas. Yeah, and didn't you guys, everybody just have like this major cold front? Like in the United States, it was like really cold. And now you got record highs. I hope to make it back to the Philippines soon. I haven't been there since 1995. Well, Steve Fogelback, I hope you do make it back here too. I know how much I love it, and you know you're only going to get positive things from me. Again, like I tell people, is the Philippines perfect? No, but it's perfect for me. No matter where, as far as me, where I've ever been, places I've ever lived, or states I've ever visited within the United States, nothing's perfect, no matter where you're at. But I think you can find something that's perfect for you. And honestly, I never even expected to have, you know, this much happiness and this much fun here in the Philippines. Never did. Miss Dimple says, hello, Miss Dimple, and where is Che? Che, last I remember, she was, you know, the Filipinas and their washing stuff. She was cleaning something, washing something. She was taking care of things. She doesn't walk as much as me, Miss Dimple. That's probably the biggest part of it. She does a little bit, like we did one the other night, but then by the time we got to Boulevard, we had to sit. So this is just me killing two birds with one stone. You know, I can walk and talk and have fun with you guys, and that's what I like the most. But she's somewhere. She's fine, Miss Dimple, but I appreciate you asking and you being here. Mats Jahag says, do you speak Filipino? I speak a little bit, very little. I need to learn more now that we're here in Negros Oriental with Bisaya. I need to, like, before I was in Bacolod, then it was like, what is it, Tagalog or Ilonggo? I lose track of what's what. So I was like frustrated because I'm like, here I just kind of wanted to learn Bisaya, and then I had to learn something else. But I kind of say the basics, you know, where everybody understands it, like, you know, kumusta ka, you know, how are you? And then if I say I'm good, I say mabuti, you know, just the basics. But I do need to learn more. Quite honestly, I do need to learn more. And yes, Merry Christmas to everyone. I completely agree. But I need to learn more. But thank you, Miss Dimple. How are things with you, Miss Dimple? Like I said, the last time I saw you doing some sort of live stream, but there was nobody in the camera. Like I saw a chair or something, and I was like, oh, Dimple's going live. So I wanted to support your channel, and then you weren't there. And then I was like, I didn't know what I did wrong or missed something or whatever. But anyway, Miss Dimple, I'm glad you're here. Mac Daddy said, supposed to be in the low 70s on Christmas Day. That's wild. That's so wild. That's so wild. Because you guys, like I said, you guys just had this major cold front. Let me flip for you guys. Like I said, how'd you meet your girlfriend? I met her on Facebook, Mats Jihag. I met her on Facebook here while in the Philippines. But I met her on Facebook. And here, small world, she ended up knowing somebody that I knew. She was friends with somebody that I knew. Small world, huh? It's kind of wild. Great view. Yes, still is cold. From N. Jahari. I'm trying to go back on some of these comments across. Dumaguete, Mark Souter says, Dumaguete is beautiful. We went to the Boulevard many times. Yeah, see, I love the Boulevard. Like I said, it gives you something to do. It's like it's more of a social thing. I know they're selling stuff and this and that, but it brings out everybody. It makes more of a social gathering. I just think it's neat. And then they set up the karaoke machines randomly around, you know, the walkway here. But I really like it. You know, I just love the social feel, you know, the welcoming feeling. And like I said, this is how you embrace the culture, by immersing yourself in the things that they do. And I don't have to force myself to do it. I actually enjoy doing it. It's a lot of fun. Miss Dimple says, here in Palawan Island, the weather is very hot. Hey, I love the heat, Miss Dimple. I don't care how hot it is. You know, I'll be there. I can't wait to go to Palawan and meet you, Miss Dimple. That'll be a joy in itself. Steve says, did you buy some health insurance? No, I don't have any health insurance. None whatsoever. And here's the thing, like I said, I only know a small amount when it comes to health insurance and stuff here, like, or the cost. Like, obviously these are progressive glasses, so like I can use them for reading, but then I can also see for far. Like, I didn't want to have eyeglasses to put on and off all the time. It's a pain in the butt. So I was like, can I get something that I can wear all the time, that are stylish, can transition and get darker and stuff like that, like sunglasses? So they said, yeah, we have this progressive thing. So when I went in here in Dumaguete, for the same lenses that I had on a different pair of glasses in the United States, even with the vision care, the deductible that I had to pay was several $100s. I think the total that I had to pay out of my pocket was like between $300 and $400 in the US. After you know, with my vision care, still had vision care. Here with nothing, exact same thing, scratch resistant, whatever, best lenses I can get, same thing. Out of pocket for both, total $63 and some odd change. That's it. So I think that kind of gives anybody a little bit of an idea on things here. I mean, yes, I guess if you got into some serious medical issues that you needed, it would cost a lot, or like serious surgery or something like that, maybe it would be beneficial to have some sort of health insurance. But for me, and that's why my health is so important, I don't want to have to worry about stuff like that. So I do my best on my part, watching what I eat, watching what I consume, drinking. I don't drink alcohol, but watching all that, plus exercising to help prevent any future occurrences. I mean, something could happen tomorrow. I get that. I mean, I'm not perfect, and you know, but I try to do my part so then I don't have to worry about having health benefits. And if I ever need anything, I would just pay right out of pocket. But so far, so good, you know, no issues. And like I said, I'm walking with you guys right now. Bella said, bro, I got transitioning as well. Yes, well worth it here. Glasses I wear here are way better. Here are mucho savings. Yeah, it was crazy, Bellis. When I couldn't believe it. She's like, oh, $63. I'm like, total for both lenses and everything? She's like, yeah. I think the total for each one of these lenses on my glasses in the US before the insurance, I think they were almost $300 per lens in the US. And here, yeah, $63. So I bought another pair, like the frames. I like having nicer, thicker, heavier frames. These are Ray-Ban, but I like thicker. I use a case now. When I was here last time before I went back to the US, I used to just put my Ray-Bans in my pocket, exposed. They were thinner Ray-Ban. They got all beat up and fell apart. So I was like, all right, from now on, I'm not doing that. I got to bring the case in my back pocket when I'm not wearing it. Although it's this big lumpy thing in your back pocket, you just got to do it to protect the integrity of the glasses. So then I brought two pairs. I bought another different set of Ray-Bans, brought them at home, brought them here. And when I have another set to get those lenses put in whenever I want, just to have a backup pair. I probably should do that soon, so if there would be some freak accident with these, I have the ones back up all ready to go, because yeah, when it comes to reading little fine print, I need these. I can't see crap. A little more in the daytime, but when nighttime comes around, I can't see anything. Josh says, I've been paying for health and dental all my life, but don't know how to use it. What doctor office would accept it, etc. Here, the last dental cleaning I had was in the US, but I also use, it's a natural sea salt peppermint oil toothpaste that's better than that other garbage, Colgate and all that stuff. That stuff doesn't work. That's at least my experience, and my teeth are better than they've ever been using, it's called Wayala. I know one of these days I got to do like all the stuff that I use, natural stuff, but it's basically the main ingredients are sea salt and peppermint oil toothpaste. It's expensive, but anything that's good for you, seems like I've learned, anything that's better for you or healthier for you costs more. Just the nature of the beast. Carrie, hey, Carrie's learned, I remember you. Good morning. It's 2 a.m. here from Rochester, New York. What time is it there? 3:08 p.m. Tuesday, December 23rd. It's 3:08 in the afternoon, and Carrie's learned, you've been here before. I take care of people that I continue to show up and come back. The least I can do is give you a little blue jacket. Mac Daddy says, Merry Christmas and wishing everyone's a godly, blessed New Year's. P.S. Please remember all of our homeless people worldwide, especially our homeless veterans. I completely agree and respect that. And yeah, I think that's another reason why I'm here in the Philippines. Sometimes I feel like I had another calling to help those random people that are less fortunate. Again, I've been humbled here in the Philippines, so yeah, I completely agree with what you said, Mac Daddy. Chiyukioma says, bye, my name is apostrophe, a goddess and a sovereign. Well, I appreciate that, Chiyukiomo. Where are you from, Chiyukiomo? Mac Daddy says, I hear the gang activity is really out there in Philippines. Is that true? I haven't heard anything about gang activity. I've never once had any weird, unusual things happen to me. I've always been completely comfortable here, never have any issues. I couldn't answer on gang activity. Maybe there is. Not anything I'm aware of, though. Bellis has 2 pairs of the glasses. Good Lord, Carrie, you way up late. Yeah, Carrie, I appreciate you being here so late. That's really nice of you. Very, very nice of you to still be here so late. Go ahead. Carrie's learned late. Hello, I'm getting up, getting ready to go. Oh, so you're getting ready to go to work. Well, that's another reason I should have gave you the blue jacket. Thank you for just getting up and actually stopping by my live stream. That means a lot. That really means a lot to me. I mean, the sacrifices people make to simply be on my live stream is completely, I'm grateful and blessed. I appreciate it. Carrie says, I won't go back to sleep again until 8 o'clock tonight. Well, I don't know if you drink coffee, but I know I don't drink a lot. I drink like 2 a day. And yeah, I probably need a coffee in your situation. Noble Link Partners 1 says, good morning, brother. Well, good morning to you as well, Noble Link Partners. I appreciate that. Mac Daddy says, God bless you and stay safe, brother. It's 1:11 a.m. here in Tennessee now. Well, thank you for being here from Tennessee. I thought it was 2:11 a.m. Maybe it is 1:11, but I thought it was 2:11. Carrie's Loan says, is that the message that just came across the screen? Because I closed it, I wasn't sure. I'm not sure. The message thing that came across your screen was me giving you the blue jacket, making you look blue. Now you're a moderator. And if you see anybody getting out of line or out of hand and you think it's inappropriate, I trust you guys to take care of business. So yeah, I like giving people the blue jacket. That's what you saw. I drink a lot of coffee and a lot of Red Bull. Well, you're definitely not gonna have any problem sleeping. I think the Red Bull does more for you caffeine-wise than coffee. Wodino of the Angle says, do you learn their language? I know a little bit of the language, but I don't know enough. Let's put it that way. I need to learn more. That's for sure. I need to learn more. I'm just waiting across the road here and let people go. Go ahead. Oh, it's yeah, you did the right thing, Carrie's Loan. You did the right thing. I appreciate, like I said, anybody that's getting up to get ready to go to work and pops in my live stream, that's the least I could do. That's so nice for you to even do that. Love Audio Production says, I love watching this channel as there's no bad language or hate. Keep up the good work. Well, Love Audio, I like that comment. So you're getting blue, and I've seen you before anyway, so that's true. I do my best, but again, a lot of the moderators have to take care of that stuff. I can't, look at all this all the time. I wish I could. I try my best, but I appreciate the compliment and the comment, Love Audio Production. I agree with you. Miss Dimples, 66 and 106. Yeah, it's good today. It's doing good. I'm happy with it. We got Dave Travels. Good afternoon, Cute Drift. Good afternoon, Mr. Dave from Dumaguete, Philippines. Well, Carrie's Loan says, well, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Well, of course, that's the least I can do. That's the least I can do. Anybody who's willing to support me and my channel and take the time out of their life, especially when you're getting up and ready for work, that's humbling, and I appreciate it. Greetings from Northern Ireland. That's Runway Chris. How cool is that? Ahoy from Ireland. Well, I appreciate you being here, Chris, Runway Chris from Ireland. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for being here. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines, but I'm from the United States. Not that anybody cares to see me, but born and raised in United States, Pennsylvania to be specific is where I was born, and then lived in Florida for 2 years, and now I'm here in the Philippines, and I'm happy as all can be. Oh, we got Kyle Johnson here from Texas. Kyle, thank you very much for being here from Texas. I greatly appreciate that. Again, you guys are all in the United States, my home country, staying up late or being up late. I greatly appreciate that. In more ways than you can imagine. Sorry about that, it's a little loud. I hope nobody asked me to find their motorbike, because I certainly wouldn't be able to find it. Lewis, I guess that's always possible. Louis Oxford, if someone would try and steal my phone, I guess they'd have to try and do it first. And I guess more power to them if they attempt to do that, let alone get away with it. I've never felt uncomfortable here, at least not yet. I mean, I know, never say never. Knock on wood that nothing crazy would happen, but I need to get around these. But I appreciate you looking out for me. Wooden of the Angle 3339 says, morning from England. Another, that's awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Wooden of the Angle. Carrie Sloan says, I wish I could move out of the state and or out of this country. I would love to. Well, I guess my question for you is, what's stopping you from doing that? What would it take for you to buy a plane ticket and come to the Philippines? How hard would that be for you to do that? Tommy's Strom, Tommy Joe, Merry Christmas to you from Sweden. Well, Merry Christmas to you, Tommy's Joe Strom. I appreciate that. All the Christmas wishes. This is great. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve for me, so it starts sooner than what I'd be doing if I was in the U.S. So yeah. Wooden's the Angles asked, may I ask why you chose Dumaguete? You know, the more I think about it, I'm beginning to think maybe Dumaguete just chose me. Maybe that's what really happened. This was the first place I visited, and I lived here for 6-7 months. Then I went back home to the United States, and then when I came back, I went to Balut for 4 months, which I didn't particularly like that much. I didn't have much of a vibe in Balut. So then I came back to Dumaguete, and I'm much happier here. So maybe it wasn't so much me choosing Dumaguete, maybe Dumaguete chose me, if that makes sense. I just thought of that right now. Maybe that's why I'm here. Maybe I'm meant to be here. So many good friends, amazing people. Liam says, are Americans fleeing a sinking ship? I don't know. I don't know if I'd say that. I do think it's a good idea for people that, I don't know, if you want to live life and you want to experience, I gotta put my power bank on my phone. Hold on, give me 1 second. I think if you want to live life and experience different things, I think you should travel anywhere you want in the world. Not necessarily the Philippines, it can be anywhere. I just prefer the warmer weather. That's why I'm here. Like, I prefer the warm weather. And then, obviously, since I've been here, the people are absolutely amazing in the Philippines. That's what I love the most. I've never felt more comfortable, more safe. I've never felt unsafe here in the Philippines, ever. That's not to say that something couldn't happen. Yes, anything's possible anywhere. But for the most part, I'm completely happy. No issues, never feel uncomfortable. I feel completely at home here. But again, I've only been here 14 to 15 months. I haven't, there's people that have been here many more years than me. But the best part is I get to, I can experience learning so much here. There's still so much more to learn. Yes, Brian, exactly. So much to see and so much to do. Exactly. But let's face it, Michael, the Philippines is an experience. That's unlike any other I've ever had. I'm more motivated about everything in life now than I've ever been, than I can recall ever in my life. I'm so motivated, full of energy, full of happiness. I'm thankful every day I wake up. And I get to just go out and experience this, embracing the culture. That's the big thing. It's embracing the culture. And guess what? The best part about it is not only have I embraced the culture, but the culture here, the people here, and specifically Dumaguete, Philippines, have embraced me. That's the best part. That's the best part. Brian says, I'm still looking forward to every trip there. Yeah, every trip anywhere. Like I said, if I'm simply just getting up and hanging out and walking with you guys in Dumaguete, I'm thrilled. I still got to have a budget, and then when my budget permits so, then Che and I will take trips. We'll do other things, go to other places, and share those experiences with other people that, for whatever reason, they're not here thinking about coming here, or maybe they never can. Maybe for health reasons, I've said this before, or financial reasons, they can't come here. So I do my best to just, bring my experiences to life as best as possible. And again, this is a humbling experience to be on YouTube to be able to talk about my happiness and my experiences here in the Philippines, words can't even say. I try to come up with the best words to describe how this experience is here, especially with YouTube and words. I can only show you through live streams. I can only show you in my expressions on my face, which I don't hide how I feel, that's for sure. And my energy just never runs out here. I guess I'm an energy bunny of some sort, I don't know. But I never get bored. But I felt that way in Bacolod. I did feel bored there, but it wasn't for me. Not that it was necessarily a bad place. It just wasn't for me. Plenty of malls, if you're into that. I don't need a mall. I don't really even want to buy anything. I could care less. Like, as long as I got shorts and a t-shirt. I bought this. I don't even know if this is authentic, but I brought it here in a place called Tops and Bottoms. I call it Toppers for short. But it was like 250 pesos. It wasn't even that expensive. You know, the most expensive thing on me, I guess, is my shoes, but I walk a lot, so I need good quality shoes to be able to walk everywhere. But that's a worthwhile investment. All the other stuff I could care less. I just have no interest. I don't have any issues budgeting money here because I feel like, for me personally, I don't waste it like I used to waste so much money living in the States. You make money, you spend it. You make money, you spend it. For me, I got that temporary happiness. Oh, I got a new this, I got a new that. I was happy for a week and then it was gone. Here, I have that happiness times 1,000, and it doesn't even cost as much. Now, do I have to make certain sacrifices? I guess to an extent, but I don't really even feel like I'm making many sacrifices here. I don't feel like I'm giving up so much and making these sacrifices to live a different type of a lifestyle to survive here. I'm happy with less. And that's kind of why I've been saying to people lately, having less for me feels like I have more. Kind of getting stuck in between these trucks. But I'll find my way out of here. But yeah, some of these roads get a little narrow, but I never feel like I'm gonna get ran over or something. You just kind of navigate your way around, weave in and out, create your own path of the least resistance. Because sometimes you'll, you know, like I said, although there's sidewalks here, you know, sometimes people park here, so then I walk in the street, which is okay by me. Miss Carrie says hello. That name, you look familiar. Mike Monroe says, what's the deal here? The deal is I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Just doing my walk and talk live stream, and thankful and blessed for you guys that come out and hang out with me as I try to motivate people to live outside your comfort zone and take a leap of faith sometimes in life, and don't just settle for what you think that's it in life. You know, sometimes you just gotta do it. Just do it, like that saying, just do it. What Linda Harrelson says, what part of Florida did you live in? I'm Panama City. I lived in Stuart, Florida for a little bit. That's on the East Coast, and Palm City, Florida. So I was in Stuart for a little bit. Let's just say, I don't even know if it was a year in Stuart, and then Palm City another year, because I was in Florida a total of 2 years. But I love Florida, but then again, I'm a warm weather person, so that explains me being okay with the heat in the Philippines. But thank you, Linda Harrelson, from being here from Panama City, Florida. Appreciate you hanging out with me, an American castaway drift in Dumaguete, Philippines. Carrie says, I'm the same way. I don't need anything. I just want happiness in my life. And that's what's so great. Because happiness is priceless. It's priceless. I've seen so many people with so much money in their lives and they're miserable. A lot of them. They're looking for that one thing that money can't buy. They have all the money in the world, but they can't seem to find that one thing. Well, I have absolutely less, and I'm not rich. Again, I've said this numerous times. I'm not rich. Not at all. But with all my happiness and the amazing friends I've made here, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, I am rich. I'm rich in a different way. I'm rich filled with happiness. I'm rich filled with happiness. That's the best way to put it. The traffic looks crazy. What happens if the EMTs or firefighters have to come through the streets? Well, Universe Middle Productions, unfortunately, I'm sure that causes problems. But you know what? This is the Philippines, and unfortunately, it is what it is. And you know, you hate to think that, you know, people's lives are in danger due to traffic and whatever else, but there's a lot of things that are inconveniences, and obviously those inconveniences can be, you know, life-threatening, unfortunately. But yeah, I can't argue with you on that, or like, you're right. I mean, but this is the way it is, and this works for them. It's not perfect, but what is? Can they make improvements? Of course. I'm not at power to make those changes. I just simply, accept it. And, you know, hopefully people, you feel bad for any potential situation due to safety issues here. Yeah, Carrie, I love the heat in the 90s too. I do too. Do locals happy there for foreigners? Yeah, CMZ, I've always felt welcomed here. I can't speak for everyone, but I've never heard anybody that's a foreigner here say they don't feel welcome or they don't want to be here, or, you know, locals don't want them here. Is it possible? Yeah, I'm sure it's possible that there's somebody that doesn't maybe want you here or want me here. I've heard people in their lives, now they could be just trolling me, but people in their live streams or my live stream have said, oh, get out of our country, we don't want you here, or something like that. But when I went home back to the USA, a lot of people were very upset that I had to go back home. But yeah, when I had to leave here again, when I had to go back to the US, all my local Philippine friends were very disappointed and upset that I had to go. But then I came back, and then they were all happy that I was back. They treat me like family, invite me to family events, Christmas parties, employee Christmas parties. I never feel like I'm out of place here in the Philippines. Never. Always welcomed. See, 3:30 traffic's pretty crazy, but I'd say a lot of this is because people are Christmas shopping and whatnot. I think everybody's out of school for the holidays, so I'd say that's big part of the reason. Hey, Simon, I know you're in the UK. Philippines misses you, Simon. Do you have any idea when you're coming back? You know when you're going to be back in the Philippines? I hope sooner rather than later. Det says, as long as you're not a nuisance. Hey, Michael. Hey, Det, my friend. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. You know me, walking, talking, hanging out, doing my best to navigate traffic and read the comments without accidentally misstepping somewhere and twisting my ankle. What stop at zebra crossing is normally? See, like this, you just weave in between that. That's what you do. It's like, this is really busy now. Like I said, some people may say this is chaotic, but it's normal. And it works. They get through it. You don't really ever see people getting impatient. There's no road rage here, really, in Dumaguete. I've maybe seen a road rage incident like one time, but you know, that's it. How are you? Thank you. But yeah, I've never seen road rage here at all. Like, but maybe one time. and it was between two motorbike drivers. That was it. Shelby Wood says, where are you? Love walking with the live streamers. Where's this? Shelby, this is Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines. Eric says Da Nang. No, it's Dumaguete. CMZ says, what's the monthly cost of living there to live a peaceful life, not luxury? J-Boy's here also. CMZ, the best thing I can tell you is everybody's idea of what is luxury, what is not luxury is probably going to be very different. As long as I have a bed, a nice apartment with aircon, good quality aircon, a good shower with a heated water if I want so choose so, a kitchen area and a nice bed and it's furnished, that's good enough for me. That's luxury. I don't plan on spending, which I don't spend a lot of time in my apartment. I sleep and then I'm out and about. I walk every single day and it never gets old for me here, and then throw in some trips here and there. I don't need the luxury of a home like I had in the States because I needed stuff to entertain me. Although I walked a lot in the States, I had more things to entertain me. I watched more movies on TV and did stuff like that. Here, I don't watch any TV. I rarely watch a stream video movie on my phone, rarely, on occasion. So my apartment is like $400 a month. And I also have a pool on site, a swimming pool and a gym. To me, that's luxury. Whether or not, and that's not even high-end luxury, but you know, and then Wi-Fi is included in that 400, and you pay electric and water. Water's like 400 pesos, not very much. Electric, maybe 1,800 to 2,000 pesos if you only run it at like when you sleep. Yeah, your budget is extremely low here compared to what it would be in the States. And if I was still living in the States, I'd still be working. That's a fact. I wouldn't be able to retire at 55 on my pension and my savings. That just wouldn't be possible. So I'm blessed in that respect. So I hope that gives you somewhat of an idea, but that's a tough question to answer. But whatever your luxury is, you could find it here, and it would be significantly cheaper as far as apartment rentals and homes, at least from my experiences. But yeah, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. But J-Boy, I did. Yeah, there you go, Universe Middle Productions. People are the entertainment. That's exactly right. People are the entertainment. That's exactly right. That's perfectly said. I can agree with you. Josh says, at Universe, I'm thinking back to the future, a skateboard and grab onto the back of a car. That's another true statement, Josh Wilson. I completely agree with that. That makes complete sense. Yeah, it's like Back to the Future. They're a little behind the times. Like I said, when I'm here in the Philippines, especially when I go to the mall, I feel like I'm in a time machine. I went back in time into the 80s somewhat. Just the 80s with cell phones. But yeah, like look at all the, it's like, but it, you know, it works. They get through it at some point, but it works. It looks like it's the never-ending story here with traffic, but yeah, it works. If you're getting daily massage, it's going to be expensive. Yeah, I don't get a daily massage, but if I need a massage, Josh Morris, I can get that from my Filipina. She's trained, she's certified massage therapist. So yeah, I get my massages cheap, free. Justin Legend says, hello, good vibes, advance Merry Christmas. A Merry Christmas to you, Justin Legends. J-Boy says, you're too fancy, Det. And Det's laughing, Josh is laughing. Are you by yourself or with family? I'm here by myself. I have a girlfriend. My family's back in the U.S. But you know what? My family are the Philippine people that live here, the locals that have embraced me. I have people here that are like family here that are locals. So I never feel like I'm without a family. Even if I didn't have a girlfriend, I don't feel like I'm without family here, but that's a good question. Mike Curley says, I've been living in the Philippines 6 years now. That's awesome to hear that. I'll be here for a long time. Aside from making trips abroad in Asia, I don't know when I'm going back to the U.S. next. Maybe if, well, family emergency, which I don't like thinking that, but my mother jokes around with me, says, Michael, if we miss you, we want you to come home, we'll buy you a ticket. That would be the only way I would go home. It's too expensive for me to fly back and forth to the States. And again, I'm not rich. I don't have the money to constantly fly. I have a budget here that I have to stay within, so. Edwin says, just hold on to your wallet. Yeah, my wallet's right in my front pocket, my friend. In my front pocket, very close. Mike says, I live with my girlfriend who's a teacher. That's awesome. CMZ says, how you sustain yourself? Did you save the money before? I had money saved before, plus my early retirement pension kicked in. It started May 1st of this year. So it was all about timing with me. When I came here in July of 2024, I was 54 years old. So I wasn't technically retired, although I stopped working because I had money saved. Took a leap of faith, came here to the Philippines and just did it. That's the best way I could say. I just did it, and the more I looked at it, and I was like, wow, I could like to live here on a long-term basis. And I'm like, wow, I can early retire from my company at the age of 55, slight deduction in what I would have made had I waited, I don't know how many more years, to 60 or something like that. But I'm like, I'm not waiting until 60. I don't know what my health's gonna be like when I'm 60. So I didn't want to risk that. So I just took a leap of faith, and it's pension, savings, and YouTube. That's my income. There you go. Pension, savings, YouTube, and whatever God's plans are for me, that's so be it. And yeah, I wanted to live life now and get off that grind in the States. I didn't want to do that anymore. And I'm so thankful and blessed that I did it. I'm in a much better, I'm happier, I'm stress-free. And I'm surviving, and I'm making it work. And these sacrifices that I've had to make, I don't look at them as really sacrifices. I don't look at it as like, you know, making any sacrifices. Like, do I miss certain foods back home? Yeah, of course, a little bit. I could go for a nice bowl of chili, but you know what? I could probably make that here. I didn't eat out much in the States anyways. I would typically cook my own food, cook my own dinner. But let me see here. Michael, early retirement from what field? Basically, my pension is from logistics. I worked for FedEx for almost about 24, 25 years. So that's where my pension's coming from. But I did work other jobs. I didn't stay at FedEx forever. But that's my main pension. That's what I'm living off of, my pension and my savings. You know, sold my house. Sold other stuff. I have some investments that I can lean into if need be, and that's it. That is it. Well, guys, I hate to break this live stream short, but I need to go get some water and some coffee. But I'm gonna be back tomorrow, I promise. I had to take a couple days off just because I just needed a live stream break. But I'm going to be back, especially on Christmas Eve. I'm going to be back probably maybe around the same time or a little bit earlier. So I hope to see more of you guys. Yeah, Mushroom Coffee is calling. It is 3:40, and I do need to get a little water break, then do a little more walking on my own to get my mileage in for the day. But I look forward to seeing you guys all again. I appreciate everybody that's been here. If you haven't liked, please like. If you haven't subscribed and you're interested in following my journey, please subscribe. But you're not obligated to do it. Hope to see each and every one of you guys again. I appreciate it. Josh Morris, thank you. Linda, thank you. CMZ, all you new guys. I'm a newbie too. I'm newbie in the Philippines, so you're getting a newbie perspective. But have a great day. God bless everybody. Merry Christmas Eve comes for me tomorrow, but I'll see you tomorrow on Christmas Eve. Thank you. Love you guys. God bless. See you again. All right. Thank you.